I'm at the dentist with my daughter, and as I'm walking in, I get an alert on my phone from the one and only Melanie Little's YouTube. That's attorney Melanie Little. Shout out to the Cupcake fam. And if you don't watch trials with Melanie, then you're not watching them correctly. But, anyways, so this alert is telling me that Mr. Rex Heuermann, aka the Long Island serial killer, was actually going to be pleading guilty to not just three or four or five or six or even seven, but eight murders he was pleading guilty to. And not only that, but one of those eight we didn't even know about. How about that? Well, wasn't this guy just doing us a favor, letting us know, by the way, let's throw in another girl while we're at it? Yeah, but the part that really got me was it didn't seem to be very big news. And I was floored. I'm at the dentist, running around to all the dentists and everyone there and all the wonderful people that work there, telling them that the Long Island serial killer had just pled guilty. And literally everybody that I went up to, which was probably like six people, had no idea what I was talking about. And this is in the state of Massachusetts, by the way. Yeah. And that's why I decided to come make this video. Because if I can be one more person to let people know this, because I just was blown away that it didn't seem to be humongous, gigantic, blown away news to everybody. I mean, we've been searching for this guy forever. There's countless documentaries on this, countless investigative reporting, so much content of this, of all these crimes, and the Long Island serial killer guy gets away with it for like what 10, 12 years or something like that, at least over a decade. We finally find him, and then they come out with this crazy documentary, by the way, on Peacock. It's like a three-part documentary, and it's his family, his wife, and his two children. I believe one of them is a stepchild, but he pretty much raised them both in the household. Seemed to me like they were all standing by him, and not only standing by him, but at least his wife completely believes at the time of this Peacock documentary that he was innocent. They showed calls he was calling, and they were having just small talk conversations. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. It's pretty astonishing. So my biggest question here is, what does Miss Asa think? That would be his wife, Asa Ellerup. And what does his children think? I mean, this is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And not only that, but this plea deal is something. It's something because the topper off to this is that part of this plea deal is for him to be working with the FBI, specifically the Behavioral Analysis Unit, which for any of those of you that don't know what that is, just throw on Criminal Minds. If you put on any television anywhere, it's somewhere. That's one of the biggest shows. That's what they do there. That's exactly what the BAU is. So apparently, Mr. Rex Heuermann is going to be working with them so that they can help better profile serial killers. I was so astonished. I immediately went on to Miss Melanie Little's live because she was broadcasting this live, and I was blown away. I'm just like, okay, wait a minute. So this guy is like, did it? Like this, like he's admitting it, and then he's gonna like go team up with the FBI and like tell him all about the crimes, and it's unbelievable, you know. I mean, but the best part of this, did you see this guy's haircut? I mean, come on, come on. Who allowed this guy to show up looking like Beavis and Butthead? I mean, seriously, that's seriously like what it was. I don't even know what it was. It was like the world's worst haircut ever. It's something. It's something. It kind of threw me for a loop, but yeah. I mean, he didn't really say much. It was really underwhelming, to be honest, in every sense. Not just the coverage and all of that, but all of it. The haircut and the his lawyers, and I don't know. It was just seemed like an underwhelming thing. I mean, if I am not mistaken, when Brian Koberger pled guilty, it was like the world's biggest news. I mean, everybody couldn't believe it, and to me, they were equally obviously guilty. I mean, this was obviously the guy in both senses. And here with Rex, this was obviously the guy. I mean, the DNA, the ogre, the car, the avalanche, I believe it was, the car that he was using. I mean, come on, it was him. It was him. So thank you for pleading guilty, even though this guy should be executed by the firing squad, not teaming up with the, FBI's one of their most elite units and hanging out with them so they can like get to know serial killers. I mean, the whole thing to me is just so bizarre, and I had to come and express my feelings here, but I do want to go ahead and give some more information for those of you that don't know too much. But the women he pled guilty to killing, I believe a few of them, it was a first degree murder, a couple of them were second degree murders. So the women were, let's see here, Melissa Bartholomew, Megan Waterman, Amber Costello, Maureen Brainerd Barnes. Thank God, because I believe that she wasn't even attached to the original indictment, but I'm happy to hear that the family is getting justice. As well as Jessica Taylor, Sandra Castilla, and Valerie Mack. And then this mysterious Fire Island Jane Doe that disappeared in 1996 and was never in any way related or in any way had ever been mentioned in the same sentences as the Long Island serial killer or Rex Heuermann. But her name is Karen Vergata. And like I said, she was known as the Fire Island Jane Doe. So thank you again. Thanks for that, Mr. Heuermann, for identifying this Jane Doe for the family. I guess I don't know. I don't know what to think of all of this. But I am grateful that this wasn't my family. But I can only imagine what this is like for them, and I feel like we should be talking about this a little bit more, or at least making sure everybody's aware of what's going on. And this really bizarre cooperation that was tacked on to this plea deal for this guy. I mean, obviously he's getting locked up forever, and the key's getting thrown away, like 5 million life sentences over. But like I said, if it was up to me, like we should all just like anyone who wants to go should just be able to like pick up a gun and just like start firing. I think that would be great, especially the families. But I don't make the law, so that's probably good. So his sentencing though is going to be on June 17th. So it's going to be multiple consecutive light sentences without the possibility of parole. So That's not, there's no like wonder there. It's just this whole plea deal and everything. But hopefully on that day, on June 17th, we'll get to hear some victim impact, and I hope that will be a bigger, televised moment we should all be watching. So tune in on June 17th and push that like button and subscribe and comment and do all the things and come bide your time with me, whether it be true crime or video games or the latest entertainment news, which is always the best, or just the newest things going on in the world anywhere. Maybe the astronauts or women's rights. Who knows? Anything. Because we all love the content, love the news, and I love to talk about it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.